the features are just too overwhelming for people.
Well, I think that's why ATN honestly is probably one of the best companies out there, is because it's one of the few companies that actually like really take in the consideration of their customers. And I think
What's a company without their customers?
that's 100% right.
The customers make the company. If you don't listen to your customers, you're going to go to the wayside,
Yeah.
right? It's
And that's
not going to be relevant anymore.
How long does it, because this obviously does not happen overnight.
Of course
and
not.
I mean, it's a process, and it's like, so how long have your customers been asking for something like this? I mean,
Well, the
it's gotta be a long
X-Sight 4K
time.
has been around, this is, I think, now the third or fourth year now.
Right.
So the first 2 years, was well received, but now it's, as people get more acquainted to it, it's, we get feedback, of
Right.
course. And a lot of people say, oh, I need a PhD to run this thing. Come on,
You do
your
not.
kid can
You do not.
this.
And that's why, hey guys, live from SHOT Show 2020 here, hanging out with Steve Lemenov from ATN. And I know if you guys are watching Gun Talk, I know you know ATN, because honestly, it's some of the best stuff out there, and we love to use it nighttime, daytime. They've got it all, but they're rolling out an entire new line of day, night, thermal. You guys have it. You guys have everything. But we were talking right before this, Steve, and these products are based off of customers.
Yes. Yes. We listen to our customers. A company is nothing without their customers.
Right.
And we were very successful with the launch of the X-Sight 4K. And for some people, it was a little bit overwhelming. It has a lot of features. It has a ton of features.
All right. If that's you, if Steve's talking to you, you don't need a PhD for this stuff.
Right.
Because it is so intuitive. And it's easy to learn. And I think that's one thing, like a big misconception about a feature-rich product.
Right.
But you guys are doing something a little bit different now.
Right. For the last few years, we've been listening to the customers. And this year, we're launching, one of the products we're launching is the new X-Sight LTV, which is a no-frills day-night scope, has a new QHD Plus sensor. You're going to get nice, crisp images during the daytime and phenomenal performance at nighttime.
All right. So, but this isn't going to have the Wi-Fi.
It's not going to have the Wi-Fi. It's not going to have the recoil-activated video. It's not going to have ballistic profiles or ballistic calculator. All it has is a one-shot zero. It has day-night mode. We kept that feature because it's a popular feature.
Thank you. Yes. If you got rid of that, I wouldn't be mad at you.
Okay.
But I would be like, man, I wish that had that one-shot zero, because it's beautiful and it works easy, and it's easy to learn.
It is easy to learn, and it's once you try a couple of times, it's very easy.
Oh yeah.
So going back to this, it's we have two versions, basically a 3 to 9 and a 5 to 15. It's a step zoom, so it's a 3, 6, 9 or a 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
It's very simple. We'll mount on any platform 30-millimeter rings.
Okay.
About a 10-hour battery life.
And that's something, the 30-millimeter rings is something you guys actually started doing a few years ago.
Right.
Actually, it was 2 years ago.
No, I think it was 3 years ago when you launched the X-Sight 4K.
That's right.
Right, and it's well received because it's so versatile. You can mount it on virtually any platform.
All right, let's move down the line. This is the next one. Oh, do you have some more stuff on this, obviously?
Sure, yeah. This one actually does, we kept the video recording there. There's no audio, but there's still video record for those people that want to capture their hunting adventures, bring it back home. It's a wonderful piece of equipment. We're very proud to launch this at 2020 SHOT Show. It's going to be a very popular product.
One thing about especially this one, especially those youth hunters, parents taking their kids out on their first, second, third, fourth, fifth deer hunt, hog hunt, whatever it might be, you can preserve that memory, and you can actually like go back and say, hey, look, we recorded this, and I want to show you where you hit. And that's one of the great things about an ATN optic is that you have the ability to capture those memories.
Absolutely, yeah. We love that feature. Our customers love that feature. I think we were one of the first ones to introduce that feature to the electro-optics or the optics industry. So it's taken off. A lot of other companies are adopting that as well. So we love to be in the forefront of technology.
Oh, absolutely. And you guys are still doing it. I mean, this is one of my favorites up here. I've got another one that's all of them are my favorite, honestly. But I've been using the OTS as a tracking, a tracking device, after a wounded game or anything like that, but also as surveillance.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things. And I've got a buddy who is a game warden, and he was blown away by the simplicity of using an OTS, a thermal optic.
Right. So this is the new version. We had the Otis HD, which is kind of is end of life cycle. It's older technology. So this SHOT Show we're launching the Otis LT, which is the light version. It's about 1.5 pounds. Has about a 10-hour battery life. No there's features there: black hot, white hot, zoom, contrast. You have several controls on there, but there's no Wi-Fi. There's no video record. It's no frills, very easy to use, simple spotting monocular.
Right.
You could use it day and night, game retrieval, search and rescue, surveillance.
And that's one of the bigger things that I was using, because the original OTS it's a larger unit.
Yes, much larger.
But I keep carrying it into the field because it's so useful.
And you had to use, disposable batteries, which is kind of a pain.
Yeah.
With a 10-hour battery life, you're
run it all night wherever you need.
Remember the last time we were hunting, in Louisiana?
Yes.
Yes.
All night long. That's one of the great things about your products is they have such an extended battery life.
Right.
Is that you don't have to worry about, well, is it on, is it off? You just turn it on and go.
Right.
And that's a beautiful thing about
Entry price point is going to be $1,000.
That's it. Or 100%. Okay, so wait, hold a second. You said the old OTS was at the end of its life cycle.
Right.
And that's phenomenal.
Right.
How do you get better from that? Are you offering it in a different?
Yeah, so this year we're launching a brand new cutting edge 320 by 240 12-micron sensor, and which is going to extend your range, get you that nice crisp image. We're very happy that we're able to incorporate that technology into our new product line.
Okay. For guys like me, what does that mean? You start talking about sensor, right? I'm right? Because I'm sitting there thinking.
Not to get too technical, it's the bigger the thermal sensor, the farther the range is, the better the image is, the better the clarity, the crispness, the sharpness of the image. So. We have the 160 by 120 sensors. We have now the 320 by 240. We also have 384 by 288 sensors. There's the 640 by 480 sensors. So the higher the sensor matrix is, the better the resolution is, the farther the range is.
Okay.
The better the performance is, the visual performance of the device.
And of course, as you guys know, and I bet you'll call me out online, but of course, with any of these optics, check your state and local regulations.
Yes,
because I went to Iowa and I used the OTS, and I was hunting with a game warden, so he knew the rules and he knew everything. And I said, "Hey, is this okay if I use it in this application, not mounted on a firearm?" But he actually was blown away with the OTS, and I think I messaged you the next week and said, "Hey, we've got to get this into the game warden's hands because, man, it makes their job so much easier."
Oh yeah, you can find poachers at night, and they don't have to try.
Right, and you can record it so you have video evidence. So if you're a game warden, you're law enforcement, this would help you greatly. But moving on.
Right.
What do we got?
We got the TICO LT. So it's a redesigned thermal clip-on. So it's very easy. So if you have a regular day scope.
Oh.
So you have a Bushnell or whatever, Leopold, any scope, traditional day scope.
Right.
And in literally seconds, you can mount it.
Oh, it's got a quick detach.
Yeah.
Oh, how smart is that?
Absolutely.
So
and you have a thermal clip-on.
Okay, so it comes with this basically?
So yes, we have 3 different options from 45 millimeter up to 60 or 65 millimeter.
Okay.
Somewhere thereabouts. And you could convert virtually any day scope in the marketplace into a thermal scope, which you could use day or night.
Right. And
how cool is that?
I'm sitting here thinking, man, those coyotes are a lot of trouble.
Right.
Well, because used to, you'd have to get them in really close range and stuff like that because, ballistically, you want them closer, obviously, nighttime, limited range.
Right.
But now you're using your scope that you shoot with every day.
Right.
You just attach this.
You don't even have to change the zero. You don't have to remount everything. You just align the internal reticle to the day scope, and you're good to go.
Oh my gosh. All right. So how much are we talking that's going to set me back?
Entry level is, I believe, $17.99.
Man, to be able to own that night is unbelievable.
Right.
So what else have we got?
And last but not least, we launched the ThOR LT, which we got the Predator Extreme
Yes.
Gold Award for 2019. This year, we are upgrading the sensor to the cutting-edge, brand new 320 by 240 12 micron. We'll have 3 versions: 19 millimeter, 25, 35, and 50 millimeter, with various magnifications. No video record on the LT, but no frills. Very simple. One shot zero. 10-hour battery life. You know, last you all day or all night. If
all
you know.
night.
Yeah, pretty much. 30 millimeter rings mounted on any platform. You know, just like the X8 LTV. Crossbow. You could mount a crossbow.
Oh,
air
really?
rifles. You know, we have so many people mounting our products on crossbows and air rifles.
Air rifles, yeah.
Especially the X8 4K. So people with air rifles will love the X8 LTV because it's smaller, much smaller than the X8 4K, and much lighter.
They've got so much. ATN, if you don't know, you know now that ATN delivers what the customers want.
Yes.
And, you know, we talk so often about, you know, availability of products when they're able to get them, but these folks got to get these in their hands.
Right.
Do you guys offer any programs to gun ranges where they can go in and they kind of handle the product, or do you do any demo days or anything like that?
We're starting to do that. You know, we have about 30 different pro staff members that are located throughout the various states across the country, and they do various range days or customer visits and you know, show the product. So yeah, we do some of that stuff. Yes.
Right. And I think we also I mean, Jace, Michael, you guys have been doing this. Do we have a question?
More of a comment from Craig Webb. Says all these are a Texas Hog Hunter's dream. He especially loves the clip-on.
Awesome.
I mean, it convert. I mean, you've got any optic, which is great.
Which is great. Actually, you could even, if you don't have like a traditional day scope, if you have like a long rail, you could get an AD170 quick detach and mount this in front of like an ACOG or a red dot and use the thermal capability of the TICO as well.
Oh my gosh, the TICO might be my favorite one, but they're all mine. I'm keeping all of these. Like, you guys can't have them. No, when are these going to be available for
summer
public?
2020.
Summer 2020, just in time for those crops to be being put into the ground. So you guys go out, go hog hunting at night, own that night, and man, put a hurting on those hogs, please. This is ATN Gun Talk, and we'll be back here in a little bit.